Recording.
All right, 10 o'clock. Welcome to your Board of County Commissioners regular meeting for July 26th. Join me in the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, and with liberty and justice for all. Have the agenda approval.
Make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second. First, second, call for vote.
Commissioner Wood,
Yes.
Commissioner Chin,
Yes.
Commissioner Wood,
Yes.
motion passes.
Consent agenda.
On today's agenda, I have the July 14th meeting minutes. I have bid number 26-15 for Kimberly Smith and Patricia Bauer, bid number 15997. And I have a contract advisor out lot 202 Mayor Chucks.
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Second, any discussion? Call for vote.
Commissioner Chin,
Yes.
Commissioner Wood,
Yes.
Commissioner Wood,
Yes.
motion passes.
I'll put that side of the permits.
Morning, commissioners.
Good morning.
I think I only have one permit, so I won't get anything out of line order today.
So.
I'm bringing you guys the letter of concern for David Howard, permit bulk water 26-000185. Property is located at 944434 County Road 540. Now, this property has a residence and 2 outbuildings on it. They're requesting bulk water. The residence is not livable at this time. It is an older home, and it could be fixed up, but it sounds like they're wanting the bulk water for camping while they're staying in the camper to build a new house on the property. But it does have an address, a residence, and outbuildings on it. So staff recommendations, the bulk water permit to be issued.
No other violations.
No violations. I didn't know if you guys want to put in there with camping permit until they get a building permit, because they don't quite have the building. Just to make sure things are equal throughout the county.
So, okay.
Yep.
How far are we away from the building permit?
They just said they're going to start. They didn't really tell me how far out they were. From talks, it sounds like everything's at the engineers. They're waiting for that to get done. So in past history, that's usually about a 3-month process.
And the camping permit is what, 4 months?
Yeah, 4 months for one. You can get a second one in a year periods, or total 2 4-month periods.
And you're able to set it to where it's, when the camping permit expires, the bulk water permit would expire.
Say that again.
You're able to set it up so when the bulk water, when the camping permit expires, the bulk water permit could expire at the same time.
We could probably do that. I have to refer to Michaela and Ann for that. Yeah, we could probably do that.
Are they using current septic or the
disposal
of water? Good. Oh, sorry.
Hi, morning, everybody. Ryan Geese, County Resident. With the, this is, comes up time I'm talking about with these camping permits, people moving out and they get water. What regulations go into the disposal of the gray water and of especially the black water? Does this existing structure have a septic tank that works?
I'm not 100% sure on that, but that would be the reason for us to require them to get a camping permit, because in the camping permit, they have to prove where they're dumping their waste before they can get a camping permit. So that was
So they do have to run continuously with each other.
yeah. So whether they have a working septic or if they have a dump system or pay somebody to come out and dump it for them, that'll all be part of the camping.
All right. Thank you. I was unaware. Appreciate it.
No worries.
They should be there.
Make a motion to approve the bulk water permit number 26-000185 for David Howard with the stipulation that he gets a valid camping permit.
Second, any discussion?
Would you like this bulk water permit to expire when the camping permit expires?
Is that something that'll have to be changed once they get their house or their building permit?
You would have to with it.
Amended.
So while they have an active camping or building permit or completed a residence,
Okay.
after September, this won't matter as much because of the annual renewal piece, but yeah.
Okay, so rescind my previous motion and make the motion to approve bulk water permit number 26-000185 for David Howard through the duration of the camping permit and upon acquisition of the building permit.
Okay.
First and second, any other discussion? Call for the vote.
Florida,
Yes.
Mr. Chin,
Yes.
Jim Spruill,
Yes.
motion passes.
Thanks.
Hey, Grant.
Thanks, commissioners. We'll see y'all later.
And on to action items.
All right, first of the resolution 26-32, a resolution appointing Christy Flattery to the tourism board for term expiring December 31st, 2029.
Make a motion to approve resolution 26-32, a resolution appointing Christy Flatter to the tourism board for a term expiring on December 31st, 2029.
Second.
First and second, any other discussion?
They have from the, therefore, the 9 didn't make it in. The last sentence. Yeah.
It's true. Up here.
I see it. Yeah, I think I will have that fixed support that city doctors.
And then could you also have all caps are in the title?
Absolutely.
You're amazing, thank you.
Tourism is on top of that. And tourism board.
Mm, See you in there.
And first and second, all in favor?
Commissioner Chamberlain,
Yes.
Commissioner Rowe,
Yes.
Yes.
motion passes. Then I have to do your DHS vendor run in the amount of. Thank you. The total amount of $84,875.03.
There's another repayment to the Robin, so there's two everyone's county.
I only have,
I was gonna say that's all I have. That's why I had one about it, and you said just one, the Rob, put on it. You know, I told you, I sent you an email that had two, and you know, this is for the county. The first one, second one only had the one for Robin. The just could have one for Robin's. Robin's upload needed to be replaced, or PDF needed to be replaced. So we have. I understand where you were at, but it sounded like just the Robin's. No, so, okay, so.
the Christmas.
Well, I haven't had both.
Yeah, the PDF, that's why I went to after you sent me just the one. So the total, vendor rental part of the account is 223, 715.66. Oh, I'm sorry, 305, 288.04.
208.
288.
And how many cents?
And it's in that email I sent you. Okay, it's the total of the two. That's not going into the dollars. There's just Robin's portion. It is zero, it's only Robin's page. That's
Here's what a whole lot of time on Friday, figure out what happened, so we'll have to come again, but it was an adventure.
So is that the 84.8-ish,
That's 84.
And,
Yep, it
and the
did have a high
60.
rate.
750, okay, or 730. Okay, so I make sure I have.
So then we request a motion to approve the vendor on the total amount of $312,288.04.
Okay.
We're good.
Okay.
But if it is all that sufficient.
I'll make a motion to approve the July 2026 Huerfano County vendor run in the amount of $312,288.04.
Second.
Second, and question on the, vendor 298.74 or 794 before it's canceled. Why do we have an invoice or 37 cents? Is that,
Invoice council.
Yeah.
They,
I went through and tried to find some and it's up. Okay, it looks like it. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's just weird. You might look at it later. Like, first and second, any other discussion? All for the vote.
Commissioner Wood,
Yes.
Commissioner Chin.
Yes.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Yeah, 77 cents. Like, and I went through it, looked at there's like no detail.
All right, and then I have the DHS vendor on, and the total amount. 60,073, $60,734.18.
That was it, 312.
No.
Okay, I'll put these.
It's the DHS number. No,
So,
that's the county.
Yeah.
Federal. DHS is separate.
I will make a motion to approve the July, thing with DHS fund amount $60,734.
Second.
Any other discussion? Also, vote.
Commissioner Chandler?
Yes.
Commissioner Rivera?
Yes.
Yes.
And that is the end of that.
Just clear as mud. Okay, on to correspondence.
Which had the leave balancing as of July 17th. And it has a letter from county assessor, Felicia, about the total assessed value. So this is a number that will change. It will change downward because there are a bunch of other calculations that have to go with this before it's actually due. But this is the preliminary number. So the raw number can you get from the assessed valuation. So once she makes the adjustments, with the 10% here, another one there. Because of how the state laws changed, and you get your final August state law. The transfers come measure for June.
On to public comment. Each person will have 3 minutes to comment. Please address the board through the chair, state your name and for the record, and the people online. And first up is Naomi.
Hello, I'm Naomi Schwer. I'm here to request a road name change. County Road 620.1. I'd like to change the name. From my understanding, my property is the only addressed property to this road, which is why I'm asking. There's one other parcel that the road goes through, or that actually touches the road, but the entrance to that parcel is on 620, not 620.1. That does not mean that parcel isn't addressed to 620.1. I'm not sure. That's a question for the county. I don't have enough information about that. It's a grazing pasture. It's not, there's no residence on it. And so I'm completely clueless as to the process. I was told to come here and request it. So here I am.
Have to go through the process and get it back.
Cool.
Would that be your flavor?
Give me 1 second.
Start that process.
Yeah, I asked if there was like an application or somewhere to put information. They said, just come here. And so I said, okay.
There was a copy of the resolution that I'll create. Essentially, this is the main thing for you to request that everything else is sent up to the commissioners. So, so after you determine whether a name change is required, commissioners, you have to do a 30-day notification. If we don't get anyone opposing the change, less than 10% oppose the change, you would do a resolution approving the road name change. And then the county assessor, road and bridge, and IT all change their records. And the property owners are notified by certified mail. If more than 10% come back opposed to the change, you would schedule a public hearing. and then decide. If you decide to modify the change, you recess the process. So, do you have a name you'd like to change it to?
I'd like to change it to Malachite Trail, if possible. Malachite TRL. I don't know if you do TRLs in Huerfano County. I know other counties do. If not, road is fine, but trail is preferred. Would you like me to spell that out? Okay.
Okay, yeah, we'll get that information via email.
Right, it's up to you guys now.
We'll start the process and see if it. You can set.
So, that's good. We'll start the process. You should get a letter from us.
Great. A letter to which address?
Your address.
Great. I don't think I wrote it on there. Should I? On that?
We'll have it from your property records.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Mail doesn't go to that address. I need to put a PO box down.
Do you have, go out to the assessor's office and make that change in there with them?
Okay.
That's where they're put it from.
Okay. I
If
can
you
do
get your
that.
property tax bill, then you'll get a letter from us.
Okay, great. I'll do that.
Next.
Thank you.
Clear as mud.
Thank you.
Thank you. And on to Ryan Geis.
Board of Commissioners, I haven't been able to be in the room lately, but, last week we had the report on the airfield, which I believe was probably a county funded survey or a county funded evaluation of the airport out there. I'm a little curious. It seems like and I don't know if you're moving forward with those recommendations. I don't know where that goes from that presentation last week, but it were really big swings, really expensive options to an airfield. And I would love to be able to call it an airport. I think it's also vital to the expansion here. But some of the things that were suggested, one that sucked out just kind of a twist in the heart was moving the Spanish Peaks sign closer to the airport. The last few times I drove here to Huerfano County, I would hope that that wouldn't even be considered. For the cost of picking that sign up, moving it, replanting it, and doing that, I would prefer that you hire a local artist and maybe make a new sign for the airport. It frames brilliantly where it sits. I'm sure the original artist had intended as you crest that hill and that sign frames inside of the mountains, the windmills and everything else. It's a beautiful sight. It's welcoming. It feels good to come past that. So I would hope that that wouldn't even be considered. But a new sign to the airfield, probably great, because I was driving by again this morning. I was like, huh, where's that sign? There's that hanger. Oh, I already missed the sign. So yeah, totally agree. Needs a sign. Wouldn't hurt. The other options of, asphalt paving, rental cars, would not a rental car business be a private business? The county wouldn't be in charge of renting cars out there, right? So whatever 1% sales tax we would get from a rental car business on site, I would take a century to pay for an asphalt. That would really be my concern is, maybe security is a concern to those people with airplanes and everything else. And security is a concern all over this county. You've seen that recently with the addition of cameras and things like that. More people are getting caught here. Obviously security upgrades, but I would hope that most of that will be paid for by users of the airport, not by the citizens that generally would never use that airport. From a plumbing standpoint of that, there is an 1.5 inch line that runs from exit 52, where their meter is, all the way out through those fields out there. It's kind of 3 miles of small line. Any expansion of that airport would have to include new water mains out there. The water they have now couldn't possibly service the dreams and goals out there. So I'd like to see that was probably skipped as far as the rest of that infrastructure. Water here, obviously important. So that was just my take. It was really interesting. I feel like there was a lot of money spent there that didn't bring back realistic goals. I would hope as the city commissioners and administrators, they'll take that into account. Thank you.
Great points. Appreciate it. Right.
So just for the record, the airport is in its own fund and it is our goal to not spend
I'm sorry, I didn't get the door.
Well, I mean, it's got its own line item.
Could you repeat that? I couldn't hear because the doors.
So the airport is in its own line item, and then it's our goal to make sure that from the county gets spent on here.
Oh, excellent. So it does basically self-fund, so.
Our goal is to try to make that development pay for itself, go after grants, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, we're not looking at studying all that. Okay, next in line, Corey.
My name is Ronald James Pacheco, and as of right now, there was a couple problems I had out there. We have a survey map here by John Pritchard from 1887 that I think the county is utilizing, other than the 1869 survey, which has my family on it. And with the notes that I have on that survey, I have them with me right here. I couldn't make copies. You guys' machine is down again, once again. Sorry about that. I would have made some copies of this nice, fine survey map that we have that you guys are utilizing going over the section 25, which is wrong because that line does not go there. You guys are utilizing it going to number 24, which is the reason why my family's land patents are all altered and still not being fixed as of today. Ignacio Pacheco, Juan B. Pacheco, and Francisco Pacheco, my family. They should have been fixed a long time ago. Instead, you still not doing nothing about it. Don't care, don't mind. I don't know what you guys doing, but I did have post up my my signs this weekend and put them on the building, and apparently nobody seems to address the simple fact of trespass. There's an official rule about trespassing. You know, it's mandated. It's a law. All right. And it's something that I'm going to be sticking to and letting you guys know that the people that own the property here, where you stand, where you're at now, it does not belong to Huerfano County. It does not, the water is not yours and never has. Okay, I'm letting you know right now, as I'm going to go put another sign on that window and the other window too. And anybody want to contest it, I would appreciate that if they do. Because otherwise, the bad faith that you're doing by taking it down is exactly self-explanatory. Bad faith. Okay, that's your guys' bad faith for a very long time. And I'm gonna let you know my name is Ronald James Pacheco, and I'm here to let you know that under Denver Appeals, they got everything they need to make that just come back to the Pachecos. So anything and everything you do, yeah, I don't mind. I really don't. Because I just need to get the compensation y'all been doing since day one. And you don't seem to understand that what a trespassing sign does. Okay, it's very, very formal. It's very legal. And if it's the land of the Pachecos, oh, I got all the right to do whatever it is. So let you know, I just want to know exactly how did you guys acquire the land if I already got the deeds and I got the land patent? That's what I'm saying. And if there's any way, can we get an audit on the records that are altered and the reason why my family's land patents are all reversed and all gone? I just want to say the audit needs to get done. You guys need to get together and get that audit done down in them records because they are not correct. And as I am right now, you guys are letting everything go by my family property. All right, no problem. I understand and I respect that. I just hope you guys understand and respect when the Pacheco name comes back on this land. Thank you.
And then Corey.
Hi, my name is Corey Kanashevsky, and I'm going to try and clear up what he had to say, because this is a matter of a systematic century-long campaign of dispossession targeting the Pacheco family ancestral land, the water rights, all taking place right here in Huerfano County, centered squarely within Water District 16, where Jeff Montoya acts as the principal water authority. To those currently sitting in the seats of power, let this be clear. We understand that you may not have been the ones who originally set all of this in motion decades ago, but you are the ones sitting here today, and you are the ones who will be answering for it. The foundation of fraud, the original settlement, and 1859 ditch construction long before the county's paperwork began its fraudulent loop. This is historical records, thanks to the Mexican consulate in Denver. We placed the Moore grant recipients right here in Benito, Colorado, actively digging a sequence into the Huerfano Valley by 1859, establishing the primary senior water rights of this region through physical labor on the land. The contradictory 1869 survey, the Bureau of Land Management, BLM GLOW, points to an 1869 survey of what they call the outer boundaries. But the core contradiction exposes the fraud. By 1869, everything else in this region had already been surveyed into the public land survey system. What then were they actually surveying the outer boundaries of? I can tell you. It was the Pacheco Estate and the Mora Grant. But it was a retroactive maneuver designed to wrap a bureaucratic shell around land already occupied, where still, when the surveyors walked the land in 1869, the Pacheco family already had thriving farms, crops, and functional ditches. It's in the surveyor's notes. Yet the surveyor intentionally mislabeled these established ditches as streams to obscure the water rights, despite the physical dimensions, width, and depth that perfectly matched the recorded 1860 ditch system, thanks to the consulate. The legal shell game. Oh, wait, perfectly matched. The pattern of violence. This was not just a legal battle. It was a targeted campaign. On January 17, 1922, Juan P. Pacheco was murdered. By January 18th, the county moved to incorporate his land into Walsenburg. The violence continued with the death of his nephew, Armenio, systematically dismantling the family's leadership. The legal shell fabricated wills. 1923, Administrator Heiston ghost will. Following the murder, the county appointed Ramon Pacheco, a former county commissioner and not a rightful heir, as administrator of the state, bypassing the legitimate heirs entirely. They manufactured a fraudulent will allegedly created just 3 days prior to Juan's murder, claiming it dictated that his ex-wife, Maria Antonio Pacheco, was to inherit. When you pull the official record for the will, claimed to be annexed at book 6, page 28, that's not what's there. Instead, it's an unrelated warranty deed from 1885 to a Fred Walsh. The 1950 Revelation and Restoration, the truth shattered the facade. 1950 decree of heirship, where Maria Antonio Pacheco testified under oath that her ex-husband died without a will, leading the court to explicitly state that no entity had ever touched this case.
Is that it?
Am I 30 minutes up?
Yeah, you three, thank you.
You know what? I'll read this for you to read.
Right.
Because there's a line where it goes from inheriting that problem, having enough time to correct those mislabelings, makes you participate now.
Yes. And that's
You know, answer word.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, Ronald. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah, that's all. Anybody online?
No,
Okay. We'll go on to staff reports.
Okay, I included my staff report in the packet. I expect that the additional bid for GPID will be released this Thursday. And I did release a request for bids 2026-04 for pre-approved home plan sets for our discussion in our last housing workshop. That closed on the 29th. It's a very tight turnaround for that. It's much shorter than we normally do, but the thought there is to try to get this project moving and get it done before that grant expires. Other than that, we did have DDC director interviews yesterday. I think we are perhaps on to something hopefully, so we'll let you guys know how that continues.
Do you get any new maps on the pictures of the campus? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, nothing from county attorney. No need for executive session, and we do have a human services workshop at 11 and 1 o'clock housing workshop. And there's nothing else. I entertain motion for adjournment.
Make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
First and second. Call for the vote.
Commissioner Trimble,
Yes.
Commissioner Woodall,
Yes.
Chairman Porter,
Yes,
motion passes.
we are now adjourned. It is 10:33. Thank you very much.
Oh, we got all the way up to 1950. 1800.
And,